Warning, the following images are not suitable for the comrades of the glorious Soviet Union. True review here. Have you ever had it when you've been playing a game and you've been killing shit, or perhaps not killing shit, and then you come across a character or enemy and you're all like, now I know the situation is messed up, but this guy takes the f***ing biscuit. Well, rounding off the 4-parter horror series is the top 10 gaming villains that concern me. Number 10. Necromorphs. The offspring of the Scientology religion, Unitology, whatevers, are basically mutated naked dead guys. But what separates them from your regular zombies is in the way they are formed, the way they are killed, and the variations of them. Each different type of necromorph needs to be killed in a certain way. For instance, shooting the regular necros in the limbs will kill them easily, but doing the same to the bat-like versions won't work so well. But unlike the traditional zombies that will casually hobble towards you, these guys will stop at nothing to tear you to pieces, or even convert you to their side, coming from all directions, both horizontal and vertical. Number 9. Tom Nook. Wait, no. He's just a shopkeeper. Yes, that's right, a shopkeeper with an evil agenda. This raccoon is the spawn of the devil. I am dead f***ing serious. So, welcome to Animal Crossing. A place home to many interesting and colourful characters that can't wait to meet you, lovely national parks and places to go fishing, buried treasure, a police station where you can get free stuff, and a loan shark? After stepping off the train at the start of the game, you're told to go and seek out Tom Nook, who can help you get home. Once you've found him, he'll set you up with quite a nice, if not small, 1-floor, 1-room house with nothing in it. Huh. Sounds like I've been sold a studio apartment, but okay. After checking it out and then going back to Tom Nook, he tells you the cost, which you can't afford. Now, for the rest of the game, you're in his pocket and he can get you to do anything. You start out as his slave, working in his shop doing everything for him, including blowjobs, and once you've paid off only a slight fraction of it, he fires you and orders you to go out and earn the rest of the money in order to pay off your debts. 1,000 bells per week too. So when finally you've paid off this debt, he goes and puts an extension on your house without your consent or planning permission, and now you're back in his debt. Even more so this time round. I'm just waiting for the moment where he goes, right, I have a few jobs for you. I need you to kill Pom Pom, and then I'm having you sent to Russia to work in the factories until you've paid off your debt. But what's most frightening about the whole experience is that Animal Crossing is a very peaceful and pleasant place to live. And it's been infiltrated by the Mafia. I've heard that Eastern Promises 2 is going to be filmed in Animal Crossing. Number 8.
El Diablo.
The Lord of Terror is definitely terrible. Having been involved in an endless war against the forces of heaven, Diablo, Lord of Hell, has chosen a new battleground, that being the mortal realm of Sanctuary. Now, the once peaceful realm is now the staging ground for the next phase of the war, to which there can be only one survivor. But Diablo himself has many powers which are not to be overlooked. He is able to possess the living, and in Diablo 3, he demonstrates how easy it is for him to invade heaven and bring the angels down to their knees in a one-man invasion. But if he's that powerful, then why don't you just go and do that in the first place? Guess he's all powerful, but not too intelligent. Number 7. Dr. Steinman. Few screws loose doesn't begin to describe this one. And where the f*** did he get his PhD from? Arkham Asylum? Although being quite a brilliant doctor, specialising in cosmetics, Dr. Steinman's psyche is about as stable as someone who drinks their own urine. And cleaning the windows by licking them is definitely one way of cleaning them. Dr. Steinman's fascination of beauty has overstepped the mark when it is revealed in an audio tape that whilst in the middle of a procedure, he began to go all John McClane on the patient's face when he started hacking away at it in order to try to make the patient more beautiful. And seeing as I never saw some random woman walking around Rapture going, "Look how beautiful I am," leads me to believe that the operation didn't go too well. Number 6. Aliens! God damn you, H.R. Geiger. Based off of the film versions, the Xenomorphs are possibly one of the most formidable and frightening foes that you'll ever encounter in any video game. They blend into the shadows and often sneak up on you whilst you're not expecting it. They are deadly at close range, and they never stop coming. But what's concerning here is their intelligence. This is displayed more in the recent Aliens games, as now they appear to be working in teams rather than the solo go 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 style. Not only that, but they now appear to be stalking the player more than often, waiting for the right time to strike. Oh my god, they're learning. With each new Alien game, the Xenomorphs get smarter, and this is really noticeable, and that is why they're concerning to me. Number 5.
I'm Psychomantis!
He can levitate, manipulate, and even masturbate. Whoa! Steady! He can also read your mind and memory card. What can't this guy do? Oh yeah, realise when you've changed controller ports. Psychomantis is one of gaming's most infamous enemies. Memorable for being able to control everything in his environment, including the movement and manipulation of both static objects and animate objects, people. He's able to control and direct all forms of matter like it doesn't matter. Ha! But all of this comes from someone who isn't as stable as you'd expect from someone with this much power. Okay, I suppose I'm being a bit naive there. Having burned down his entire home village as a boy just to kill his father, Mantis learned how much fun there is in having huge numbers of people killed. He eventually joined with the terrorists during the Shadow Moses incident just to see the world burn. He despises humanity as a whole and gets a real kick from watching people succumb to his psychic powers. Now, I'm no mentalist, but I think this guy needs referring to a psychiatrist. Stat. Number 4. Pyramid Head! I just don't get it. Why has he got a pyramid for a head? First appearing in Silent Hill 2, possibly created out of the main character's own psyche, Pyramid Head has haunted the town of Silent Hill for God knows how long. He never says anything, possibly having something to do with a massive pyramid stuck on his head, but this just adds to the creepiness of his character. But everything about him starts ringing alarm bells in my mind. For anyone to dress up like this, to go walking about the town looking for people to violently murder with one massive off sword, and to put some random iron pyramid on his head like a hat, definitely has issues, and I'm willing to bet that this guy has had a very troubled and guilty past. And given that we're talking about Silent Hill here, I think my money's safe on that fact. Number 3. The Merchant in Resident Evil 4. I don't think I have to say much for this guy, but seriously, he's everywhere. And how did he know I was going to be here? Apparently he's been stalking me throughout the whole game just so he can sell me some shit. But as creepy as this may sound, that's one way of getting repeat business. Number 2. Elma. Elma's no ordinary psychic deadchild. Alright, I guess that's not ordinary itself. But her level of power clearly goes far beyond what we can humanly comprehend. Thing is, so does her state of mind. I don't actually see Elma as the bad guy in the Fear games, as clearly demonstrated by Harlan and Wade's experiments. She's just the byproduct of his sick, twisted goals. He wanted to create a monster, and he got it. From a very young age, Elma has been experimented on, drugged up with ungodly amounts of God knows what chemicals, and psychologically tortured and beaten till eventually one day she snapped and became uncontrollably powerful that she became too dangerous to be allowed to live, and so Armacam had her terminated. But unfortunately for them, this just pissed her off even more. Death meant all to Elma, who was then able to be in a number of places at any given moment. She is capable of absolutely anything and will do anything to achieve her ends. Yes, including rape. And it's this along with her messed up background and her mysterious agenda that makes me do the concerned face. Like, right there. That's the concerned face. Number 1. Gatherers! Not to be confused with Hoarders. The Gatherers on Amnesia the Dark Descent could win the contender for most feared video game enemy. Daniel is powerless against them and has no advantage over them at all. He has no means of fighting them, and they're quicker than him, so running doesn't usually do much good either. Daniel's only option is to hide. But what's going on with these guys? According to one note, these creatures used to be soldiers of the 30-Year War that got lost in the Prussian woods. Warning, no moment detected. Well, unless you're talking about the Brandenburg Prussia of 1600 to 1795, where the western part, the Brandenburg part, was a staging ground for part of the 30 Years' War, famously for Gustavus Adolphus' campaign of the Baltic coast, allegedly to assist his Lutheran allies in the Holy Roman Empire, but in reality, to further his empire and to gain control of the Baltic coastal trading companies, then yes, it's believable how they ended up in the game. However, the Brandenburg territory was more a part of the Holy Roman Empire, not the Kingdom of Prussia, given that there was an electorate of Brandenburg. So how did they end up in Prussia during the game if the war never took place in Prussia? But don't forget that Amnesia the Dark Descent is set in 1839, and at this time, the Kingdom of Prussia had changed completely, incorporating different parts of Germany and losing other parts they originally owned. So have they always been in Prussia, or did they just kind of accidentally wander into the game's settings? Also, this game is set like 200 years after the 30 Years' War, and you're telling me that these dudes have been wandering around for that long? No wonder they look the way they do. Their mounts are falling off like, yeah, with the road, I can't find my way out of this forest, let's try that castle thingy there. I reckon the reason why they're chasing Daniel is not to kill him. No, they just want to ask for directions. Now look here, my good man, I'm trying to get back to my battalion before this damn war ends, and if I don't make it back in time, then I'm going to look pretty darn stupid, so please help me out. Why are you screaming? No, don't run away, I just want to ask you how to get... Hey! These guys seem to have no agenda at all. There seems to be no point or purpose for them to be here, and I can't see why Alexander Brandenburg wants to keep them. They're not very good pets. Wouldn't it be easier just to get a cat? I mean, their jaws don't fall off randomly, so... I would suggest dogs, but he experiments on all of them, so best not, eh? And with that, we finish the horror series! Stay tuned next time on True Review, where we'll be going to another series with a completely different topic. But until then, if you'd like to experiment on my dog, then don't hesitate to check out the True Review website or at True Review on Facebook. Don't forget to catch up on all the previous episodes of True Review, either on the website or at YouTube on my channel. See you soon.
I want to tell you my secret now.
I'm British, you muppet.